Hi everybody, this is Tim Mai.
And AC Ramos.
We are driving to one of our students' office, Hugo, to pay him a surprise visit. Hugo joined us about a year ago, but he really got serious about his business about 9 months ago. And in the last 9 months, he did over $200,000 in profits. And so, we want to pay him a little visit, check out his office, and have him share with you exactly how he did that. Exactly how he went about, finding the deals, finding his buyers, his secret to getting started from just a year ago with us, with zero, right? With zero experience, made zero money in real estate, and in the last 12 months made over $200,000. And so we are driving up to the parking lot here, and we'll see you in a bit. So this is his building. We can go upstairs over here and then walk down. He doesn't actually own the whole building, but he will soon. He's talking about, talking with the owner of the building to buy this place. And so, who knows? Maybe that's a year from now, 2 years from now. It's a nice building. Alright, so this is Hugo's office. We're about to go in and pay him a surprise visit. And so, make sure you surprise him, okay?
Scream really loud.
Yes! Alright. Hugo, my man.
What's up, man? What are you doing?
Paying you a surprise visit.
Are you here or what?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, we're in the area and we wanted to stop by and do a little interview with you, and just because every time we talk about your success story, right? You're going from zero just a year ago, right, to doing over $200,000 in the last 12 months or so, right? It's an amazing success story. So we wanted to stop by, shoot a video, interview you about how you did that. How you went from like spanking brand new investors to where you are today. So cool. Yes,
thank you. Yeah, of course.
Awesome.
Yes, have a seat.
All right. So we did some ninja negotiation and got Hugo to be willing to give us a tour of his office here. So Hugo, come on, lead the way.
Well, you guys came in from the future reception area here, so this is what we're gonna end up making our formal reception. Before we had our wholesalers set up here, and then we moved them to the back. Once we had that finished, everybody wants to hide the wholesalers. This is our future conference room in here. We've got beautiful guests occupying the space right now. We're working on that, so we just got the space a few months ago. And if we go back here, we got this will be the wholesale area. We've got 3 stations set up right now. There's Hector, working. And we've got potential to grow about 4 more stations to grow the team once we're moving in the realm of where we need to be. All right. And then our cool little kitchen area that we're going to turn into our little hangout spot.
Nice.
Put our little PlayStation, put a couch, hang out and be able to have a good time. Take care of our kitchenette area and so forth. So.
That's good.
Humble beginnings.
But more deals are probably going to be made out of this kitchen area than anything else. Right?
We'll be sitting at that kitchen table.
Yes.
Closing deals.
Okay, so now we are in a training room here at Hugo's building. I'm officially calling this your building now. I'm creating that. And so we're here. So we're going to interview Hugo now to learn. So why don't we start with that, Hugo? Share with everybody, where were you 12 months ago, right? What was your real estate experience? And what has it been like in the last 12 months?
Where I was 12 months ago was I didn't even know what a deed was. I use that example because that's literally where I was. I didn't know what a deed was. I knew I wanted to get into real estate. I just didn't know what to expect. Went on the bus tour, saw the value that you both brought to the table, and from other experience from businesses, it just made sense to hire somebody that knew more about the subject matter that could really guide us whenever we get into a pitfall or something, like how to navigate through it and get out and so forth. So I was starting at a point where I would say that any person that's bought a house knew more about real estate than me.
Because you haven't even bought.
I haven't even bought a house, so I didn't even know really what a HUD settlement statement was. I didn't even know what a title company did. I didn't know what a deed meant. I didn't know the definition of a deed. I was lost. I just knew that.
You were just brand new. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, the general concept was let's buy properties that are in bad shape. Let's fix them up and then sell them for more than what we bought it, and hope that we make a profit.
Well, coming from somewhere where you didn't have any real estate experience, what made you want to get into real estate then?
To be real frank, I hear the success stories with real estate, and I hear the risk as well. I wasn't getting in it to get rich. The reality was that our businesses were growing, and we were starting to consider we need to start diversifying our assets. So where do we put our money in? And it just made sense. Real estate is an appreciating asset, right? So that'd be something good to invest in. And if while we're investing in real estate, we can make money with our money, then that would make sense. So that's why it seemed attractive to get into that. Now it's taken a totally different turn, because now we're able to use other people's money to make even more money, and we don't have to use ours, right? But now it's a business model, right? Now it's a legitimate business rather than just kind of like, okay, this is going to be a holding tank for our money or our profits from our other businesses and so forth.
Right. Well, good. Yeah, everybody gets started in real estate investing for a different reason, right? Like for myself, I got laid off from my job, and so this is like the only thing that I felt compelled to do, and so I did that, right? And then I see like you were in a storage shed. And
Yeah, and I had to find some kind of way to take care of my family, and I just knew real estate had worked for so many people.
Yeah. All right, cool. So, Hugo, what was, looking back now, right? Looking back now, a year later, what would you do differently if you were to start all over again?
That's a really good question. What I would have done differently would have been, I would have put a lot more money towards our marketing. That's like the big one.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good. So we'll talk about marketing. That's a great. Now you got started. You did some marketing. You found some deals, right? How many deals have you closed on now?
We've closed 20 deals.
Closed on 20 deals.
Well, up until now, we've closed 22.
You closed on 22 deals now.
In 13 months, yeah.
In 13 months, okay. And majority of those deals you wholesale, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 20 of them.
20 of them, okay.
Well, what made you want to do the wholesaling thing? 'Cause I remember when you first joined us, you didn't want to do wholesaling, you wanted to do rehabbing. What kind of triggered you to kind of move to wholesaling?
Well, we kept getting so many calls from the marketing, from the, what I call minimal. Back then for me it was a lot of marketing. Sent out like 500 postcards, that was a lot. I was like, wow, 500 postcards. We sent out the postcards, and we started getting all these calls. And some of them didn't match up with what we wanted to rehab. It wasn't in the area that we wanted. It wasn't for the price that we wanted. It wasn't, just the location, right? The condition of the property. So we would just let those leads go by the wayside. And then what triggered that was all of a sudden, we learn about wholesaling from you two. And it's like, wow, there's an opportunity, to make some money out of those deals. We can make that deal actually work for us and for another investor, that they have different buying criteria than what we do. So that's where the light bulb turned on, and it was like, all right, now let's start, finding buyers for this.
Right.
So.
Well, good. So now, I know that you guys got really good with finding buyers.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think that skill set? How has that skill set has contributed to your success?
Well, that skill set, like I said, the leads that were left by the wayside when we were doing the marketing and just looking at rehabbing, they became valuable once we really began to dominate how to find buyers that are looking for that. So that skill set is the reason why we were able to really sell those deals to wholesale.
Right. Yeah, because it's one thing to buy houses and to find houses, but you don't actually make money until you sell them.
Yeah. I mean, you can get as many contracts as you want, but if you don't have anyone that wants to buy them, then it's pointless.
Right.
So the importance, what that skill set offered, was to turn those contracts into real money in our bank account.
Right, exactly. Cool. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about, you can go through some of the, we're not going to go through all of your deals,
mm-hmm.
but just pick a few of them and give us examples of how you went about finding buyers for them.
Yeah, I mean, some deals, like our first deal, that one was, we partnered with another wholesaler, and we posted ads on Craigslist. We marketed on other wholesalers' websites. And, our minimal list at that time, we sent it out to them. We ended up finding a buyer from the Craigslist ad.
Oh, cool. Okay, so Craigslist is one way you
mm-hmm.
found it. Okay. What's another one? Give us another example.
Another example was a townhome that we did. And I was speaking with the seller, and she really wanted us to help her, to really help her in her situation. She was having issues. She lived out of the city, like about 3 hours from here, and I told her that we're going to buy it, and then we're going to look for somebody that can buy it from us, because it's not really what we want. So we would market it again through our buyers list, through our other wholesalers' websites, and she allowed us to put a sign in front of her yard, and we put a sign, and an investor. Well, I got a whole bunch of for rent, like rent people that wanted to rent it, and I didn't think that it was going to work, and the sign was really effective. We found an investor that bought it cash. I scheduled a viewing of the property. I had 3 people that were calling me that were interested, and the guy that saw the sign was there with the other 2, and when he saw that, he was like, I'm not even going to waste my time. What do I need to do to get this deal? And I said, well, $2,000 earnest money locks the deal. He went out to his car, came back, while the other 2 guys were talking to me about repairs, and well, I think there's this and that. The other guy just took action. And he gave me a $2,000 check in front of the other 2, and the other 2 were like, so that's it? And I was like, well, yeah, he's locked it now. And he didn't have to worry about it. He knew he was buying it at a good price. He owned other rental properties in that area, Southwest Houston, so he was like, he knew the numbers worked. So that one, we got it from the sign.
From sign, sweet.
Yeah.
So great. So the first strategy was Craigslist ads,
Yeah.
right? That you found buyers. The second one was signs that you found a buyer. And so, give us an example of another one.
Let me see. Another one, just networking, just talking to other people. They're asking me if I have any deals, and then I say, yeah, I've got a couple, I can email it to you. and they say, well, I'm specifically looking for this, and then I tell them, well, I don't have that, but I've got this one, and they're interested, and I give them the details, and I ended up not even having to blast it out. Just by merely networking, I was able to close that deal, sell that deal with them.
Nice.
And that was pretty awesome, because I didn't even have to blast it out
nice.
to our list.
Yeah, you know, people, a lot of times, like, networking is one of those things where you know to do it, right? You've always been taught to do it, but you don't realize the importance of how effective it is until you actually do it. You know,
because if they're not going to buy something from you, they might know someone that would be willing to. And a lot of people, they just want to give.
Right.
You know, they just want to help. So they'll say, oh, I know so-and-so, you should give him a call, or give her a call. And then we give them a call and we follow up, and it's a pretty great way, and you get to have fun. Networking.
Yeah. Oh, just go to networking with AC. You have a lot of fun.
Don't do it. Networking is one of my favorites.
So let me recap it real quick. So Craigslist was one, science was another one, and networking was another one. And I'm sure you have more strategies behind building your buyer source as well. And going forward and so moving forward, how are you going to continue what are your vision to continue to build your buyers list? You talked earlier about you would put more money in marketing. So you're doing both, right? You're doing marketing for sellers at the same time. You're also doing marketing for buyers and building your buyers list as well.
Correct. Well, moving forward, the way that we will continue to build our buyers list is it's pretty simple. We set tasks every week where we go on websites that are like homes for rent, and specifically like Section 8 homes for rent. And those owners that are looking to rent their property, we just give them a call and let them know, hey, I have deals that are below market value and might be of interest to you. Would you be interested in receiving some of those deals from us? And 9 times out of 10, they all say yes. And it's a real simple deal. It's just having the discipline to call them and to ask, right? And to do it. So that's been a really effective way. When we started, that was one of the ways that we started to build our list. And there's plenty of websites. You can go on so many different websites where people are looking to rent their properties. Even on Craigslist, you can give them a call and go that way.
That's good. I like that a lot. It's like when someone has a house for rent, they're a landlord. Otherwise, they wouldn't have a house for rent, right? Yeah. And so if they have one house for rent, there's a high chance that they have, they want more houses for rent. And so, that's a really great strategy. Really, I call that, it's like, reverse engineering, right? It's like going where the buyers are already, like proven buyers, right, who already bought rental properties, already own rental properties, to be able to reverse engineer that and go after them. So great. So you're just going to be doing more of that.
More of that, and then networking with other wholesalers. A lot of our list has grown exponentially when we talk and network with other wholesalers, and they have other interested buyers that would be interested in our deals as well. So with the permission of the buyer, we send them an email. Hey, I was referred by so-and-so wholesaler. He said that you might be interested, and I'd like to see if you'd like to be added to our list, and if not, you're able to be removed. And then they have the opportunity to choose if they want to be on our list or not. And that really works a lot, because other wholesalers know who are serious buyers versus flimsy buyers,
right.
And it helps us. It cuts the fat even faster for us, so that we can get straight to the meat and deal with people that are ready to buy on hand. Kind of like that one investor with that townhome. Yeah, he was just like bam,
Right.
He wasn't going to play. He knew what worked for him, and that was that.
Right.
So
awesome. And also too, I know a lot of investors getting started. one of their fears is not being able to find a buyer once they get a property under contract. Like did you have that fear when you
yeah.
started?
I was like, oh man, I only have 30 days. Now it's like, wow, 30 days? that's a lot, you know. Back then it was like, man, I need at least like 3 months so that I can find a buyer.
Right.
Yeah, I had that fear a lot.
So what advice do you have for people watching about overcoming that fear? What if I can't sell my house?
Well, my advice would be that you actively, as soon as you get that contract, you actively go online, go to Craigslist, check out for sale by owners, call them up, ask them, hey, I've got a property for sale that you might be interested, and so forth. I mean, there is no reason to be fearful. Once you
meant for rent by owners, or you said for sale by owners?
I'm sorry, other landlords essentially that own properties that are looking to rent. You give them a call. I guess to get rid of the fear, what I realized is once you learn a methodology for how to purchase property at the price point that investors are looking to pay, I mean, the house will sell itself, the deal will sell itself. All you have to do is just find the people by giving them a call, looking for them, networking. That helps a lot. Taking your deal to networking events. Jump on it. As soon as you get that contract, the first week or two, just jump on marketing it, looking for buyers, and you shouldn't have an issue. Once you fully comprehend kind of the rules of thumb by how investors like to purchase their properties, then the house will sell itself. It's almost like the people will be attracted to you that will buy that deal because it'll be easy. All you have to do is just do a little effort. Go to the networking event, call a few landlords, go on Craigslist, go on other websites.
Awesome. And also too, if you can share with everybody, you getting started with us, what was, how valuable or how did the coaching program, help you in your success?
Well, I guess to put it simply, it's like having somebody hold your hand through fire, and it's somebody like these guys, one on either side, which is awesome, holding your hand. They're walking through the fire with you, and you're the one that's saying, no, this is not possible, and they're walking with you saying, yes, it is, and this is how it is possible, and this is what we've learned from our past experiences, from lessons learned, from success stories, and so forth. And it's amazing. It's amazing. It's like when you help a child walk. When my nephew turned 2, I was literally like, he knew how to walk, but he was just scared to let go of the couch or let go of the wall. So you just have to hold their hand until they begin to grow that muscle of confidence and also like physically grow that muscle. So that's what it was like for me to have you guys mentor me, because there was times that I'd call you like, I'm in this situation and I don't know what to do, and it would be like, okay, so let's look at it. And then you would just break it down. And where I would get all confused and scared and, oh man, what's going to happen if I don't close this deal, if I don't find a buyer, what can I do? Is this even a deal? I promised this person this, how do I clean it up, right? And you guys just lay it down really plainly, like, when I get confused and I call you, I get a resolution. I get a simple way of thinking, and I get all untangled up there. Yeah, because that happens a lot. It happens a lot because you don't know what you're doing. You understand the concept, but then all kinds of things show up that you don't expect. It's real simple. You find a motivated seller, get under contract, find an investor, and you wholesale it, right? You assign it. Sounds simple. It's not that simple, right? There's a whole bunch of little details that happen in there, and that's where you need somebody with the expertise to just walk you through that fire, because that's what it feels like. It's like, oh, what's happening right now? I don't know. I don't know what to do. And these guys are like, oh, I'm doing the same thing with you. You know, it's pretty easy. This is how you do it. And it's like, oh yeah, I can.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And would you recommend our coaching program to, like, you know, for people who are getting started or wanting to take their business to the next level?
Yeah, I absolutely recommend it, specifically for people that are really committed to seeing something change in their life. Not just talkers, but doers, action takers. Because somebody that can put their money where their mouth is somebody that can cause something. And if they're committed to seeing whether it's a change in their financial status, right? If it's a career change, if it's like a passion-driven thing, you know, then that's the starting point. And what you need is that commitment. Like, I'm really committed to seeing X happen, so I'm going to take Y action so that I can see X. And yeah, absolutely, 100%. It speaks for itself, you know, what the success that we've seen, and I'm very blessed. I didn't think it was possible. I thought we were going to get in, learn a little bit about it, and then it was going to be like, okay, you're on your own. And you guys were there with us. And where I thought, like, okay, this is good, it was like, okay, now you need to take this next step. And every time you pushed me, I hated it.
further away.
I hated it. I didn't want to do it. Because it's, you know, you get scared. You know, it's like, okay, now you got to spend so much in marketing, right? Now you got to do this. Now, you know, what are you willing to do? And it's like, it's a coach. It's really a coach. And yeah, you know, during the process, sometimes you get mad at your coach, but your coach sees more in you than you see in yourself, and that's the benefit. That's the value that you both bring, is that you saw a lot more potential in me and what I could do than what I saw in myself. And absolutely recommend it to anybody that really wants to see a change, a real result, and is a doer.
Awesome. So. Yeah, we love doers. And like, we don't want whiners. We don't want tire kickers for sure, because they don't make any money in this business.
I found it interesting, you know, when we did the bus tour, and you had us fill out an application, and it makes sense because there's a lot of people out there that talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, but in your screening process, you know, you're really trying to find those doers, like, you know, who's a real mover and shaker, and I found that interesting. I'm like, you know, why would they do that? You know, what did you just want anyone that's interested to be a student? And no, you don't, because it's not going to be beneficial for the student. It's not going to be beneficial for you. You want to see real results with people that are willing to take real actions.
Right. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, we definitely want all of our students to succeed in this business. And so yeah, so we do have a pretty, you know, like strict screening process.
It's rigorous.
Yeah, rigorous.
I was scared. I was like, man, I hope I get picked.
Yeah. Well, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate, you know, you letting like us, you know, come in and then have this interview. And what I appreciate more than anything is you being open and being generous to take what you've already learned in the past 12, 13 months and sharing that with others so generously. Like, you know, because the people watching, you know, you may you know, meet Hugo in the future or not, and you know, he may not ever get to know you. However, he's like being super generous to share with you his secrets, his experience, what he's learned, and so it speaks volumes.